Coming in, you guys, it's day number 59 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. And, of course, I go live on video, and my neighbor decides to pull out his lawnmower. Really, dude? Don't you know I go live at 5 p.m. every single day? So, my neighbor, oh, what the heck's going on with my hair? It's already funky monkey, and I'm not even in the ice bath yet. So, yeah, we'll deal with it. Neighbor's doing his lawnmower. Maybe you can't hear it, but anyway, what do you do? So yes, we are here today on day number 59 of my Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. And yeah, like I have noticed the last few times that I have been doing this particular ice bath, those of you that are new, I get into a bed of ice every single day. This is the Morosco Forge, by the way. And it makes its own ice. It's big, beautiful chunks of ice. It's a gorgeous piece of machinery. And it allows me to do ice baths pretty much on a whim. And I have noticed for the last, 4 times that I've gotten in there, that the intensity of the cold is, way more than it's ever been. And I really don't know why. I want to talk about a little bit why in there. And plus, if I feel it intently colder again today, which I anticipate that it will be, because I really haven't changed anything. I don't know why I would feel colder, but I have. I've been feeling a lot colder in there lately. All right, let me tilt it downward, let you guys see all the action. We're getting ready to get into 32.7 degrees Fahrenheit today, by the way. 5 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna wiggle my booty into this ice bath. Let's go. All right. Bit of ice on the bottom. Okay, you guys, so I always get in, and the first thing I do is do my slow, steady breathing. And yes, I'm aware of Wim Hof breathing, and no, I don't like it. No, it makes me dizzy, so I won't be doing it. But that slow, methodical breathing always gets me in. And about this time, I'm starting to settle in. And I'm settling in, and I'm feeling all the normal sensations that I always do. Hands are really cold and getting frozen and numb. I can feel my feet getting frozen and numb. The rest of the body's doing okay. But somewhere around the 3-minute mark, it starts to get very noticeably different lately. So we're going to see if today, we're about 45 seconds away from that mark. We're going to see today if I start feeling that. So usually my hands get numb, my feet would get numb, but the last 4 or 5 times I've been in here, not only have they gotten numb, but they've gotten numb well up the forearm and up to my shins and calves. So I'm wondering, why is the progression of the cold becoming much more intense? And it's just something I'm noticing because I do this every single day. Those of you that are new, I do 5 minutes in basically 32 degree temperature water. And so I kind of know what to expect. And I wonder if this is some kind of an adaptation that my body's making, that, all right, buddy, you've gotten used to this for a while. We're going to make it more intense suddenly to see how you handle it. I don't know. All I know is the last, like I said, few times, I have almost gotten out of this thing. All right, we're into the We're into the after 3 minutes, and I'm starting to feel in my hands that super intense cold. Like usually it's cold and I feel my hands getting numb, but I've been getting like almost pain numb in the hands the last few times, and it's happening right this moment. So right now, my hands, and it's no more prickly. When I first started doing this, it felt like thousands of needles were going in my hands. I don't get that anymore. Now it just feels like somebody's grabbing the flesh of my fingers and pulling in opposite directions. So they grab the flesh on one end of the finger, grab the flesh on the other end of the finger, and I feel like they're trying to rip my skin off of my fingers. That's the sensation. And I don't know why. Why is that suddenly happening, like all of a sudden out of nowhere? We're now down to just under a minute left, but it's very uncomfortable what's happening right now. I know I'm staying pretty calm in the water, but this is pretty painful, and I don't know what I'm doing differently that would be causing that to happen. Feet are doing okay. Feet are kind of normal as always, but hands, it's kind of rough. And I just wonder what has changed. So I'm going to definitely try to investigate for you guys to learn, but it's noticeably different. Like the numbness in my hands is far greater than it normally is. All right, let me go underwater. I'm going to slide up here a little bit. That is my favorite part, doing the woo at the end. If you hadn't noticed. Yeah, so I mean, it's great to pay attention when you do something every day. And this could apply to literally anything. If you eat carnivore and you eat, meat every day, if you fast, if you exercise, anytime you do something that's different, and you do the same thing every single day, pay attention to like any differences that start to happen, because that's important. And it's interesting as well, because you think, okay, I'm doing this same thing. You kind of expect the same results every single time. And I've been doing this now 59 days, and it's only happened like the last 5 or 6 days, that this really intenseness of the cold starting to affect me. And I'm just like, okay. And I talked about this the other day when it first started. I noted it. And I said, I wonder, I've been doing 5 minutes. 5 minutes was just arbitrary. I never had any science to back up 5 minutes. Most of the people who do ice baths do about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes. I'm just getting started. So I didn't feel like that was long enough. And yeah, I guess the first few times I went in, I was like, okay, 5 minutes, I can do that. Yeah, the prickly fingers and all that when I first started. But then after a while, 5 minutes was my groove. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 minutes in there. I got out. My deep sleep was really good. I felt really good. I noticed that my hands would be numb like they are right now. I literally just got out of the ice bath. Your hands are going to be numb, but then like over time, they started being less numb so quick, and they still warm up very fast. Like right now, I just got out. I can already feel the thermogenesis kicking in. So I am getting the warming up period. So it is definitely happening. I just don't know why I'm feeling, and this is before my birthday party, by the way. I felt this. This was like last week, starting about Wednesday. Like Tuesday or Wednesday, I started noticing I was getting very cold in there, and very uncomfortably cold by about the 3 to 4 minute mark. And look, if I felt like I was in danger, or if I felt like, okay, this is too much, I would get out before the 5 minutes. I would never push myself to make myself stay in there. But it's fascinating to me because I have done this so often. Why suddenly is 5 minutes getting harder? You would think with me doing this every single day, it would be getting easier. And like I said, I was coasting there for a while, and even considering what could I do to challenge myself more, Could I go? Could I go maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes? And I did that one day, 7.5 minutes, when I tried to see how long I could go, and that was pretty cool. But now I'm feeling at about 3 to 4 minutes what I was feeling at 7 to 7.5 minutes that time before. That's a wicked feeling. All right, let's do some MCT oil. While I'm here, might as well get some in the body. I always do that towards bedtime. And my trusted magnesium that I like to take. This is from Upgraded Formulas, called Upgraded Magnesium. It's a nanotechnology magnesium. It's got all the different magnesium types. Upgradedformulas.com if you want to get some, but it's really fabulous. And I'm so wet in the hands, these things are sticking to my fingers, so. So that with the CBD oil, with the ice bath, all is going to help knock me. Mama said knock you out here in a few hours. All right, let's see who all's here today. Welcome, welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. Sharon, Monica, another Monica, Soul Music Daily, Texas Livingstone, Pinoy. Sharon says, yay, Jimmy. Thanks for being here, Sharon. Always glad to have you. Wish you could have been at my birthday party the other day, Sharon. That would have been such a delight to have you there. Linda, Fedora, another Linda. Monica says, how rude of him to be mowing next door. Yeah, he's over there mowing. I'm like, it's February 28th. What are we mowing? Like, there's little sprouts of things here and there because we've had a warm spurt lately, but the whole yard doesn't need mowing. So he's over there mowing his whole yard. Talitha, Lynn, Monica's laughing at the lawnmower guy. Sugar-Free Mama had her on for an interview earlier. If you guys missed it, go check that out. She was amazing. Natural Farm Girl, CC Guide Dogs. Monica has the emoji. Linda says she doesn't even notice the lawnmower. Well, good. It's very loud on my end. In fact, through the walls right here, I can still hear it so loud. So thank you for letting me know you don't hear it on the recording. Vicky's here. Monica says, how long do you stay in? 5 minutes. 5 minutes in 32-degree temperature water. And I've been doing that since January the 1st. So here we are, 59 days in, literally 2 months in as of today. And I've gotten in every single day, except for one day I felt sick. And then on Saturday for my birthday, I did not get in. But I've been in all the other days of the year so far. Judy's here. New Mercy's here. Monica said, are you dead yet? Yeah, it's so funny. People that pop in that like minute and a half where I'm breathing and like trying to kind of calm my brain down. So they see me like slow breathing. So I think they think I'm dead in there. It's funny. David's here. Nerdy Nutrition's here. Sharon says, focus, focus. Yes. When I'm in that first minute and a half, you guys, I am literally like zoning out, trying to get my thoughts to calm down. And that's the biggest thing. Like this new intensity of the cold, I'm wondering why it's coming on all of a sudden, because I always center myself mentally as I get in there. And that's so important, by the way. If you're going to get into an ice bath, even a cold shower, and you've never done it before, you need to center yourself. You need to breathe your way into that. And so I've done that now, like I said, most of the last 2 months. And it's just been this last week where it's been a little more challenging. Suddenly, like out of nowhere. Why is it suddenly harder around the 3 to 4 minute mark? And like that last minute, as it's counting down under 1 minute left, it's all I can do to stay in there because my hands are getting, it literally feels like somebody's grabbing one side of the skin, the other side of the skin, and they're just ripping it apart, trying to tear my skin off. That's the sensation I feel in my hands. Now my hands are fine. I feel them just fine now, and the numbness is gone, but it's a bitch in there. It hurts so bad. And I'm just wondering what's going on. Why is that suddenly happening? And I know people that report when they're in ice that when they start to get different pains, some people get rashes. My friend Kelly, who came from my birthday party and she got into the tank the other day, she started getting rashes. She had things on her leg pop out that it was uncomfortable and actually caused physical pain. So for her, she knows what it is for her. She knows it's a detox that's taking place. And she needed to maybe get some activated charcoal and some other things to help eliminate some of those toxins. So I wonder if there's toxins. I don't know. I don't get lasting effects. It's only while I'm in the ice bath that that's happening. Tom is here. Vicky's here. Mad Monkey. Nobody's Nothing. Kira. Jay Moore. Jules. Pedro. Savannah. Sharon says maybe too many birthday celebrations. No, this happened before the birthday celebrations, my dear, but thank you. Yes. Weezer is here. Jay Moore says, yay. Yay. Ink on Einertson's here. Vicky says, maybe 5 minutes is too long. Maybe, Vicky. But I've been doing it all year. So, again, it begs the question, what has changed? What's different now that's suddenly making it a little harder? Now, look, you guys know I do hard. Hard is my jam. And I'm happy to push myself to that hard. And I obviously know how to stop myself before I go too far into hard so it becomes harmful. You don't want hard to become harmful, and I would never do that. But why suddenly? Why am I getting that sensation? Why is it becoming, is it a mental thing? Or is it physical? Like physically, I feel my hands doing what they're doing. But is it because my mind is thinking about it? And see, now that I've experienced this like the last week, now I can admit to this today. Now when I get in there, I'm dreading that third, fourth minute because I know what's happened the last week. So am I also like feeding into that with that mindset? So maybe I need to sing tomorrow. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to take special requests for songs, and I will sing the whole time that I'm in the ice bath. You guys think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Rockin' and Rosa Wellness is here today. Kira says that Morozco was a lot bigger and ice pieces were more intimidating in real life. So yeah, Kira got in or saw it. She didn't get in. She chickened out. She chickened out about getting in, but she definitely saw it. And yes, it's a big ass machine, and it does make big old chunks of ice. David's here. Carrie's here. Foxy Roxy's here. Rosa says that's definitely the coldest I've done. Yeah, it's cold. But see, it's the same cold I've done all year. So I don't know why suddenly it's just kicking me in the patooey. Kelly was able to be in for 4 minutes in 32 degrees. Now, for her very first time in a ice bath like that, that was impressive. And like she was very comfortable in there. She didn't freak out until she got out. And when she got out, then she was like, then she was having all the shivering. But while she was in it, no, she was talking to me. I put her on camera. She was doing fine. Bulletproof Coconut's here. He says, go, Jimmy. Delan is here. Minnie Mary's here. Vicky says, you missed another day. You did a snow angel. Well, I didn't miss doing cold thermogenesis that day, though. I guess the point was I've only missed 2 days of missing cold therapy. When I got into snow, sweetie, I promise you, Vicky, I was doing cold that day. Those of you that remember my comedian the other day at my birthday party, Dave Martin, I remember the day after I was in the snow, I posted a little snippet on Instagram, a little reel. And he called me and he said, Jimmy, black people don't play in the snow like that. He said, that's very white people stuff you're doing out there. Stop that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gabby's here. Marco's here. Trish is here. David said, did you ever considering leaving your hands out? Great question, David. And somebody else mentioned that as well. So when I first started doing cold therapy, I did keep my hands up. This is before I started my challenge. And I would keep my hands out of it. And I remember the Morozco people, the people that make the Morozco Forge, they said, put your hands in the water. And I was like, what's the big deal? They said, this is the furthest away from your heart is your tips of your fingers and your hands and your feet. That's the furthest away from your heart. And so you need those parts to get cold. The fact that you feel it so intensely it's a part of the circulation. And so you need your body to adapt to that. And again, I've been doing this all year so far. And I thought my hands had adapted well. And maybe they're just going through another adaptation that I just need time for it to continue to adapt. But right now, it's just in the meantime, in the moment, it's pretty intense. So I guess what you're saying, and I'm tending to agree with this, David, if it gets to the point where it's so much I want to get out, how about lift my hands up at that point, let the rest of my body continue to get the benefits? That's not a bad idea. And even like cycle it a little bit. Like start out with my hands above the water for like the first minute, then put my hands below the water for the second minute, see how I do. If I'm still okay, stay in. But anytime that I feel I'm starting to get intense, pull them back up again. That's not a bad idea. I may consider that. And today the feet did very well. Yesterday the feet were so intense. And again, felt like the skin was being pulled off of it. Today it was just the hands. So maybe I'm adapting, but I'm willing to adjust if it calls for it. JEC is here. Ruckin and Wellness says, Ruckin and Rosa Wellness, I had the rashes from detox for a while as well. Yeah, the very first time that I got into the Morosco Forge, I had big blotches of red streaks all over the front of my belly. And I was like, holy crap, what have I done? And I remember sending the pictures to various doctor friends of mine, as well as Kelly, who is into the health and wellness space, as well as the Morosco Forge people. And they're like, oh, that's normal. I'm like, it's not normal. And what they meant was they've seen this before. It's a part of the detoxification process. And people are shocked when they find out that getting in an ice bath can help lead to detoxification. They're like, what? Like they have no idea. It just looks like you're getting in cold water and you don't really hear about the detox parts. And so, yes, you could have that kind of reaction. About the worst thing I get now is my skin gets red. But if you go in 32-degree water for 5 minutes and you don't get red, you are superhuman. So, Kaja is here. Smilerista here. Parkman here. Parkman says, yo, Jimmy. Kira says, in my defense, I don't have a bathing suit or didn't have a bathing suit when I came to visit you. I didn't want to have wet clothes and hair as I hopped on the plane. Yes, I know, my dear. Next time you come, you'll have to stay for a little bit longer than coming to my birthday and catching a flight. So, Parkman says, I count the snow day. Yeah, the snow day counted. I promise you. I covered my body very well. I was laying just with a bathing suit on, the bottom bathing suit on. I laid down right into snow and then I piled it on top of me. So that is definitely a cold thermogenesis day. So Sharon says I need to sing Ice Ice Baby. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. That's all I know from the song. Parkman said the injured toe day makes up for it. Yeah, I stayed in that day that I cut my toes open, which, by the way, fully healed. I'm looking at them now. There's remnants of scar tissue, but you barely even see where I cut myself. And it was bad, you guys, for a while. Those things were cut wide open. I didn't even wear a solid shoe for over a month because of that cut on day 6. Lingard is here. Parkman said, if it hurts your snapping ability, you won't be able to land a part in West Side Story. Yes, I can still snap. Auto Doc Scott's here. Dr. Rimka's here. She was at my birthday party the other night. I think she had a good time, didn't you, Dr. Rimka? So, day 59, you guys. I just got out of a 32-degree ice bath for 5 minutes. I am noticing I'm getting a whole hell of a lot colder in there as of late. So I don't know if my body's doing an adjustment, if I need to do more adaptation. Like, I don't know what it's doing right now, but I pay attention to everything and listening to my body. And if I feel like I ever need to come out of the ice bath because it's too much to do 5 minutes, look, I'm not above. I'm not going to be so stubborn to stay in there and harm myself. So keep following the journey. Thanks for being here. Holly's here. Dr. Rimka says, are you shivering? That's good. So right now, no. Generally, Stephanie, what happens is I get in the ice bath. I don't shiver in the ice bath. People say, stay until you shiver. I never shiver. I get numb hands and numb feet. And when it starts to pull down into the forearm area, I'm like, okay, it's time to get out. And then I'll get out and I'll sit here and I'm talking. It's been about almost 20 minutes since I've been out of the ice bath. And typically, 20 minutes out of the ice bath, I'm starting to shiver. Today, I'm doing okay. So that's kind of interesting. Yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, within 5 minutes, I was like, I was shivering like crazy. So it is amazing how the shiver even changes from day to day. Post drop, don't stay until you shiver. Bad advice. Yeah. Always when you get out is when you want to shiver. My friend Kelly, who you met at the birthday party the other night, Dr. Remke, she got in there and she was in there for 4 minutes. And she was completely fine in the bath. I mean, she didn't even show signs of anything. She gets out and she started like violently shivering. She was like she couldn't even talk. She was shivering so bad, which I told her, that's great. I know it's uncomfortable, but it's great. But then she started developing little bumps and rashes, and she actually got pain in her leg, and it's still bothering her today. So she might be, and I know she's got known issues in her health. So she's taking an eye on that. And maybe that means she only needs to do maybe once a week or once every couple weeks kind of, and maybe not quite 32 degrees. So it's fascinating when you try to individualize this to you and how it's going to benefit you. That's all I'm trying to do and communicate here with all these videos. Bean Page is here. Wendy is here. Thank you guys so much for dropping in on my ice bath video. I'm going to pop off of here for now. You guys have some things I need to get done. I'm going to start to wind down, get ready for bed. I got a little off my sleep schedule over the weekend. I stayed up way past my bedtime on Saturday because of my birthday party, but I wouldn't have traded it. It was awesome. The people that were there, it was awesome. So we will come back again tomorrow, you guys, with another ice bath video. 5 p.m. Eastern time is when we go live here on Instagram. If you watch this on YouTube or Facebook, pop on over to Instagram. We'd love to see you live on here. Dr. Remke says, blessings to you. Thank you, my dear. It was wonderful to hug your neck the other night. Holly says, sounds like your party was fun. It was so much fun. We had about 40 people there. And I posted a whole bunch of little clips and everything. If you missed them, go check it out in my profile. But Carnivore Private Eye, you just got here, but I'm saying goodbye now. But I'd say hello to you, and now say goodbye to everyone else. Bye, everyone.